Hi, I'm Mary with Everything Mary, and I'm so glad you could join me today on Crochet Soiree. Last time we were on, if you remember, I showed you how to make this wonderful placemat. I really like it because the yarn is yarn that can be washed, and it's so nice now that we have all these washable yarns because it really gives us so much more that we can do with our yarn. Once you're finished with this, you can just throw it in the washer and you'll have a great placemat again. After I throw it in the washer before, I don't put it in the dryer. I just usually lay it out and kind of re-block it a little bit and just lay it out and let it dry, and it dries really nice that way. But today what I've done is I've taken it a little step further. I've went ahead and put pockets in it. You know, it's really getting nice out, and I don't know about where you live, but here in Arkansas it's finally quit raining, I hope, at least for the past 4 days, and the sun's been shining, so it's been really nice, and it's got me thinking of backyard barbecues and picnics, and this is just really something nice to have, especially with these two pockets that I've put on here. I've put a little wider pocket here and a narrower pocket here. The reason I did that was for two different reasons. One, to hold my plasticware or silverware, and then the other reason because if you're just letting it sit on the table just like this, I just like the little bit of difference in it. It gives it a little bit more to look at. Of course, I have pink plasticware, my favorite color, and so you can just put your plasticware in like this. Just little pockets. And isn't that cute? And now you don't have to worry about them falling off the table or anything else. They're just there in your pockets. Along with that, we always love our big cups of iced tea or lemonade or whatever we prefer to drink. And so I made a cup holder. We usually put lots of ice in and it gets all sweaty, and so this way, this will keep the moisture from getting all over your table. So just another really cute way. I put a bottom on it and then just the top so it's easy to hold. If you would decide to bring this in to your house and use it with your regular dinnerware and silverware, then what I have done is I purchased a couple of these napkins. They're just regular purchased napkins, and they match my placemat. And what I've done there is I've just made a chain. Measured my placemat, made a chain all the way that length, and then I just came in with a little slip stitch here and slipped it on, so it'll be fine. It too is washable. If you would rather, though, if you're not a seamstress or are in a hurry and don't want to do this little slip stitch, then you can buy that iron-on tape that's iron-on both sides, and you can actually just iron this on. It'll iron on very well. I've used the iron-on tape with other crochet projects, and it won't come out in the wash either. It'll stay there for you. So you'll have it. Just cute little trim. Not a lot, but just something to pull it all together. So let me tell you about these. What I did was I measured my plasticware, my fork. That's not a fork, is it? That's a knife. I measured my knife and spoon and decided on 8 chain stitches and then 8 double crochets. And I did that up 7 rows. There again, this is going to depend on the yarn you're using and the height and width you want it. But it's just so easy. You're just making 7 rows of double crochet, or 6 depending on what you have. But very quick, very easy. And then I have just tacked this on with thread. But the other thing you could do is you could come in and you could just crochet it to it. Just pull your crochet stitch up, your yarn, and then just do a little single crochet, go through the next one, pull it up, do a little single crochet, and just keep doing that all the way around, and that'll attach it nicely too. This one here, if you'll notice, this is just 5 little chains and then 5 double crochets, and it's the same height. So you could give it a little different look if you even wanted to make it a little different height. That's how we do that. Adds a whole new dimension to our placemat. Then for the cup holder, what I did is I made my circle. Most of you probably know how to make the circle. I left this unattached from this and I sewed it together. But for the bottom, I chained 5, then I did 8 single crochets in that chain. And then I did 16 double crochets, and then I did 32 more single crochets. That happened to be enough for what I did in my cup, but if you have a cup that's smaller or a little bit larger, you can do it a couple ways. One of the ways you can do it is you can just add another single crochet if it's larger, or subtract. Also, if it's a smaller cup, you might, instead of doing the double crochet, you might just do all single crochets around. The main thing you want to do is you want to, if you've done your 8, you want to go to 16 next so you can keep your perfect circle. Once that's done, I set it aside, and then I did the rest of my crochet for my cup. And for that, that was just one straight long piece. I measured around the bottom of this, and when you measure around the bottom, you have to make it just a little bit smaller than what you measure around, because of course this yarn kind of stretches and you want to keep it snug to your cup, your glass. So for this one, I did 18 chains and then 18 double crochet, and I did that 4 rows up. If you wanted it taller, you could do more rows of double crochet, and if you wanted it shorter, you could do less if you have a shorter glass. Anyway, there we have it. I am ready for the best backyard barbecue ever, and it looks like it's going to be a beautiful sunny day again. So I'll see you next time on Crochet Soiree. Have a good day.